here. Welcome to this week's Whip and Chat. I'm gonna go ahead and have a seat. It is Wednesday for me / Thursday for y'all. And I have to say, the very first time I ever watched a Whip and Chat, it was Rachel Ray's. And that's when I just first started out, and I was very confused what a Whip and Chat was. I thought, why is this woman not talking about diamond painting, and what are we doing here? Because I just kind of clicked on it. And so if you're new, I know I have some new folks. And so first of all, let me just tell you a little bit about myself in case you are new. My name is Shay, and I'm a stay-at-home mom. I live in Dallas, Texas. I am 47 years old, and I've got 3 kids. We've got 16, 15, and 9, so 2 boys and a girl. I've got 2 Boston Terriers that I adore, and I love to diamond paint. I'm addicted to diamond painting, so yes, and my 1-year YouTube anniversary is coming up. I'm super excited about. So what we're gonna do here today, WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress. So I'm just pulling out my project that I'm working on, and we'll go for about an hour, and I'll just catch you up on some diamond painting stuff, some personal stuff, just, you know, just a way for me to keep you company for about an hour. And hopefully you can get something done maybe on a project you're working on, or maybe driving, or however I can keep you company. So go ahead and grab something to drink. It is coffee for me, because it is 10 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, on Wednesday, I filmed these the day before. All right, so let me talk about, first of all, before we start talking about what I'm working on, how is everybody doing? I always wanna ask, I wanna know how everybody is, so let me know down in the comments how you are and what you're working on, or what you're doing while we've been talking, while we've been hanging out. Because it's hard because I can't see you, so I don't know what you're up to. For me, I am working on a diamond painting. Now, you may be a little, you know, confused, going, okay, we're still in February. So I had bought 12 months, and they're called dessert cups. They're very, very cute. I have one for every month. Now, I didn't order them until like mid to end January, so I didn't get a chance to do January's, but I did February's, and they're a great snack size. They're 40 by 40, and they are from FGNORMAL, so I'll have them linked down below. And I just thought March is gonna be a really busy month, and I'm gonna be on vacation for one of those weeks. So I thought, you know what, let me do March's now, and that way it's done. And it's also like a nice little snack in between my projects, because I can't start anything until March 1st, and we'll get into that in just a second. But yes, I'm about to here. So I'm about halfway point, and today's the 23rd. So my goal is to have this done by, you know, before March 1st. And then I can put it up on my cabinet and have it for the month of March. But I thought these were just the cutest things. They all have the month at the top. They all have a little saying, like February says February right here, and then it says love, and it's got another dessert cup with like hearts, and they're so cute. All right, sorry about that. I had to pause it real quick. I heard somebody say something downstairs, and now that I have a craft room, which I just recently got a couple of months ago, I'm kind of upstairs and away from everything, and I heard my husband say something, and I was like, what is going on? So I stepped out and went and looked over, and Ryan is still here, my oldest. He's getting ready to go to school, but his car is all iced. So we are under, you know, here in Texas, it doesn't get very cold, but we're actually under a winter advisory. It's not gonna get above, it's gonna stay in the 20s all day today. So that's really cold for us. So he parks his car out in the driveway because we have too many cars now with, you know, Nate's got a truck, Ryan's got a car. And we have, my husband and I both have a car, so we have 4 cars. They all can't fit in the garage, obviously. So yeah, we've got a couple cars in the driveway, and he got iced up. So they're trying to thaw out his windshield. All right, so yes, I forget where I was at, but the dessert cups is what I'm working on. So I'll have them linked below if y'all are interested. And I am using this really cute green pen. And I got this from, I don't remember, but I'll have it linked down below. I'll have to go to my Etsy shop and see who I bought it from. I meant to look before I started, but I don't remember. I could guess, but I don't want to guess. So I'll let y'all know if you like this. It's really, really pretty. I know I got it on Etsy from somewhere. I am just using good old pink wax in my single placer, and I've got a 4-placer going on because there's not a lot of confetti there's not a lot of color blocking until you get to the white. but I kind of like just to do 4 at a time. It's very relaxing. I don't have to think. So I'm using pink wax in both of those. And I am using my Bella Art de Nicole tray. Thought it was a really fun green color. And then I am using Harbor Freights. And I just put the letters on here. Actually, Luke kitted this up for me, my 9-year-old daughter. We were gonna work on this together. She started a little bitty square, but then she kind of stopped. But she's the one, we kitted this up. So she wrote all my labels for me, which was really sweet of her. And then I've got just a little trash container. And also my diamond painting is on a black desk cover that I got from IKEA, and it's all metal, and it's awesome because it's all magnetic. So I don't have to put a magnet under my painting. I can just go like that. So I really do like this, and I'll have this link down below. All right, did I cover everything, y'all? I think I did. All right, so let me start before we start. Let me grab my color. I think I'm on the dessert part, the frothiness over here. All right, so y'all, let's kick off this whip and chat with Mermaids and Magic. Now, Mermaids and Magic is an event that I'm hosting with You Can Call Me Butter. She's on here on YouTube. I'll have her link down below and the announcement video in case you are interested in joining our event. It does start March 1st and it goes through March 31st. So the entire month of March, you can do a painting that has mermaids in it or anything magical, fairy, unicorns, dragons, anything like that, anything that says magic, even witches. I think that's fine too. So we've had several folks emailing us. There's been some interesting questions, to say the least. Paintings that have been asked, will these work? And at first I didn't want to say no because I'm too nice, but I was like, I got to be honest and tell people, you know, that's just not the theme. And so everyone's responded, you know, very well to, you know, if you're just nice about it, and that's all that you need to be. And so people understand. And after you tell them, they're like, yeah, I didn't think it was, I just thought I would ask. So it's all good. It's almost like when I used to work at a bank and I worked in the loan department, and you know, you would have to tell people that they did not qualify, you know, once they did their loan application, that they didn't qualify. And at first I was so scared to tell people they didn't make it. But, you know, I was told by a loan officer, these folks are not going to be surprised. You know, they know their credit score is low. They know this, they know that. So a lot of times it's not a big shock like you think it's going to be. So, but yes, Mermaids and Magic, it starts next Tuesday, y'all. I can't believe how fast it has. I feel like we've been planning this for like, you know, 6 months or more. And I'm like, oh, we have 6 months. And now it is here. And I am so excited. I have several mermaid paintings, and I went through each and every one of them trying to decide what I wanted to do, which one I was going to kit up. Kind of had different things to, you know, think about as I was choosing it. You know, I'm going to be going to spring breaks in March, and we're taking the kids to Disney World for that week. So that's 1 week I'm not going to be able to work on my painting. And then 2, I wanted to have something that maybe was different from everybody else's, because a lot of the ones I have are Diamond Art Club or Distracted by Diamonds. So I chose a really cool one that I had ordered a while back that's been in my stash for a while, and she's a great size, and it's from Jazz Higgins. And I'll have it linked below, the painting that I'm gonna do if y'all are curious. And again, it's not very big, it's something different. I wanted to be able to finish it in the month of March. You don't have to, which I've had a couple questions. If you do want to be entered into the grand prize giveaway, you do have to finish. But there'll be lots of weekly prizes during the weekly whip and chats. So make sure that you subscribe to both Randy and myself. And yeah, and you know what? Even if you're not participating in Mermaids and Magic, you can still hop onto our, listen to our weekly whip and chats, put the word in that we asked for, and you can still play along, if you will. You can still be entered into giveaways. You don't have to be participating in the event. We're not gonna check, it's all fun. We wanna have fun. We want to, we just thought, community events are always a lot of fun. Everyone's kind of working on the same theme. Definitely post pictures, progress pictures on Instagram. There's a hashtag Mermaids and Magic 2022. Make sure you put the 2022 in there, because there is just a Mermaids and Magic page, but it's just some random stuff. So if you want to see our specific page with everyone's progress And also definitely put your start photo on there. That's important, okay? Because we're gonna be tracking who started, and there'll be an entry, a Google exit form. That's the only thing you need to fill out. There's no entry form, just an exit form whenever you do finish, and you'll need to attach a picture of the finished painting, okay? But I'll have that, I just finished working on that, and I'll have that in the description of this video. So yeah, if y'all have any questions about Mermaids and Magic, let me know, or ask Randy. We're both here, and if you don't have Instagram, be sure and send us your, it's really easy to sign up for it, but if you're not sure about it and don't want to try to do it, you don't have to. My very first event that I ever did in the diamond painting community, I did not have Instagram. And so I had emailed, and they posted it up for me. So I've been there, a lot of times you're new to all this and all the social media stuff. So yeah, just email us and we'll be happy to post that for you. What else? Oh, yes. So, okay, I kind of touched on it already, but I'll talk about it again. So Tuesday is going to be a really big day. Next Tuesday will be, the kickoff for Mermaids and Magic, because it'll be March 1st. So Randy and I will both put a video out for the kickoff. Be sure and watch that video, okay? There's something fun happening in that video, so watch that. Plus, March 1st is 1 year since I posted my first YouTube video. So I'll be officially on YouTube for 1 year next Tuesday, which I cannot believe, y'all. I cannot believe it's been almost a year. I don't know where the year went. I mean, they say, time flies when you're having fun. So true. And I'm not gonna go on and on and on and gush about everybody and y'all. I love you. And and if you don't know, this community means a lot to me, more than you might even know. So I have, expressed my feelings before about the community and how much it's done for me. And that's why I always want to give back, because I've been given so much. And I just want to give back where I can. So what else? All right, so that's Mermaids and Magic stuff. And I don't think I'm going to do anything special for the 1 year YouTube bursary. I'll mention it, but I don't, there's no giveaways, there's no special, I don't think we do anything for that. I don't know. It's my first time. So, but it's just kind of a fun milestone to hit. And I had a personal goal that I wanted to try to meet just for fun, to see if I could do it. And I wanted to try to make it to 2,000 subscribers by my 1 year anniversary. And I did it, y'all. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy I did it. It was just, it's fun to have those, I used to be a marathon runner, and it was always fun to have, I'm very goal oriented. I always want to have something to strive for and challenge for, and just have some fun, getting towards something. And I kind of used that whenever I was a runner and used to train for marathons, trying to get to a certain mile, that you needed to run that day. And you just kind of need to challenge yourself and say, how many miles can you get this week and next week? And you just keep building up and up and up. So yeah, I try not to get caught up in the numbers, but it's hard not to look. It's hard. Every time you just go to look at your comments, it pops up on how many numbers you have. So it's just hard to ignore it. But y'all be sure and leave me a comment, speaking of comments, because I love getting comments from y'all. Love them. Y'all leave just the best comments, great advice. I've learned so much, especially about the bunny. So for those of you that may not know, I say we, because it is kind of a we thing now. We got my 9-year-old Lou, we got her a bunny. We had a family friend that they had 3 bunnies, because their daughter was raising them for school, and it was time for them to find new homes. So we took one, and we were just going over there for dinner. And then the next thing you know, we're bringing home a bunny the next day. And his name is Oreo. And I'll try to put a little clip in here of Oreo. I know some of you would ask, you want to see him. I know my Patreons have seen him. But small plug, I do have a Patreon. So, and if you're not familiar with that, it's just like a monthly subscription where you can see behind the scenes content and you can get to know me more. It's kind of just a smaller, intimate setting. And then I can also get to know y'all better. And we have, for certain tiers, we have, there's quarterly gifts, there's monthly Zoom calls that we do so we can see each other. So it's a lot of fun. I'm loving it. But yeah, so I will put a little clip in here of what Oreo looks like. All right, y'all, this is the spoiled bunny. We call him Bun Bun. There's his little condo. So he's got an upstairs and a downstairs. There he is. Hi, Ori. Hi, buddy. Ignore the poos.
There he is. Isn't he pretty? He's so sweet. He's a good boy. Hi, Oreo. Call him Bun Bun. Bun Bun. Oh, and here's Jasper saying hi to him. Jasper, you like Bun Bun? Look at, they're gonna sniff. Oh, look. I know he's a nice baby. That's a nice bunny. That nice bunny. Yeah. I'm okay with Jasper coming up and sniffing, but what I don't like is when he scratches at the cage. I'm like, oh, that could scare the bunny. But the bunny doesn't seem to be, Oreo doesn't seem to be too worried. Hi, buddy. Hi. What's he doing? Sorry, it's not focusing on him. There he is. But yeah, that's Oreo. Yeah, he's a good boy. Okay, Jasper. Now Jasper's looking at me.
Everybody's first reaction whenever they see Oreo is, wow, he's big. So I actually have on my to-do list, I'm going to call the vet today because I need to see if our vet sees bunnies. And I think we need to get them neutered and just have them checked out. See if, I don't know if they need vaccinations when they're bunnies. I don't know. Y'all, I don't know much about bunnies. This was all kind of new to us. I've learned a lot. And I've learned a lot from y'all. You have actually, told me about, you can litter box train the bunnies. So we are doing that and it seems to be going well. Super easy. You just to clean that out and that's where he tends to go because that's where he eats and that's kind of, they go hand in hand. So yeah, everybody said it was easy and it is. It's going to be easier to clean up the cage. I'll tell you what though, it's a lot of cleaning up. And of course, Lou, promised she would do this and do that, but I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do it before I can kind of show her. So far it's really only been me, but she's really good about filling up the water and making sure he's got food and she checks on him and she plays with him. So I kind of see it as a group effort. We're both kind of taking care of it. My husband's been awesome. He's been, doing all the research and it's funny. We'll find, lettuce or we'll find carrots or half of a banana in the kitchen. And I'm like, what's this? He goes, oh, it's for the bunny. Or I gave a bunny, this, or I gave the bunny that, or he didn't want the bunny, but he sure is taking good care of it and has done a ton of research and we bought a pet hutch because the one that they gave us, our friends gave us just a little black cage and we felt like he needed to have something a little bit bigger. So we got him like a 2-story like condo and he never goes in the top really. So that's good. I just really have to clean out the bottom. There's like a big tray that slides out. You can just rinse that off. And so yeah, we're trying to get the hang of the bunny. It's been, gosh, y'all, it's only been about 2.5 weeks. So it hasn't even been a month yet. So it's still kind of new to us. Lou cannot sleep in her room because that's where the bunny is. And the hamster, because she got a hamster for Christmas. Oh my gosh, y'all, the hamster. The hamster was in my craft room, but I couldn't take it anymore because he just, at night, on his wheel, because they're nocturnal, and I couldn't take it. I'd be up here trying to relax and diamond paint after she'd go to bed, and I'm like, I cannot take it. So, and I'm like, she's not sleeping in her room, and that's where the bunny is, because the bunny hops around and jumps around and wakes her up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I guess they start thumping. And then Jasper, one of our Bostons, is very curious about the bunny. And so he'll jump off the bed and go see the bunny. It's very disrupting to her. So she can't sleep in there. So she's sleeping in the guest room. So I moved Daisy, the hamster, into that room. So y'all, it's like a farm in her room. It's like a little zoo. You walk in her room and you see a bunny, you see a hamster. I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? I say we, it's been mainly me. Y'all, I love animals. I'm such a sucker for animals. And growing up, I mean, not that my mom and dad ever said no, I don't remember that, but growing up, all we ever had was dogs and cats. Never had any hamsters or bunnies or anything like that. So maybe I'm just living vicariously through Lou, but it's been a lot of fun. Although the hamster bites. So I'll reach my hand in there and like move his food bowl around and see if he's got enough food, and he'll just like nip at my knuckles. I'm like, you little, you know what? You stop biting me. Now my mother-in-law has offered to take the hamster off of our hands and keep him in the family, but Lou doesn't want to let go of him. She's like, no, or her, she doesn't want to let go of her. So, and she's super low maintenance other than just being loud at night, Anyways, okay, I'm sorry. I can go on and on about the animals in this house. It's a little crazy. All right, so, I got one more funny story to tell y'all. We're not done about talking about animals. I forgot to tell you. Get this. All right, so the last time we talked it was Wednesday for me is when I filmed it, right? And y'all saw it on Thursday. Here we are. Okay, Thursday morning, I'm sleeping. And 5 o'clock in the morning, I hear a thud and a thud and a thud. And it was like almost like a heartbeat. It was like very consistent, and it was above our bedroom. It was upstairs somewhere, right above our bedroom ceiling. And I'm like, and my oldest, Ryan, his room is right above our bedroom. And I thought, what is he doing? Is he bumping against the wall? Is he okay? I mean, I didn't know what was going on. So I sat there for a little bit and I just listened to it, and I was waiting for it to stop, and it wouldn't. And it woke me up. So I was like, okay. And I was going to wake up my husband, but I was like, he was snoring and really sleeping good. And I'm like, I can do this. I'm not scared. I'll just go upstairs and see what's going on. So I grabbed my phone for like a flashlight, because it was still dark in the house. And I go up and I'm walking down the hall, and the thud and the noise is coming from Lou's room, which is right across from Ryan's room. So that noise was traveling from like, not even right above us. It was like down, sorry y'all. So it was like down from us. So I'm like, what? And it was coming from her room. And I thought, the bunny is making that noise? So I go in there and I turn on the lights. Like, and I'm scared. So I turn on the lights and I'm looking around, and that bunny's big. And Oreo can't really hide in the cage. He's really big. He's black and white, and you just can't miss him. And I thought, okay, but there is one part of the cage that's got like a little hideaway where he can hide. So I looked in the cage, and I'm looking up and down on both levels, and I don't see him anywhere. And I'm like, okay, and all the gates and doors are closed. So I'm like, he has to be in here. Nothing is open. So I get my flashlight on my phone, and I peek it into the cage, into that little hole, and he's not there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's not in the cage. I'm freaking out. All of a sudden, I step back and I start looking around her room, and he jumps out from under the bed. Y'all, he had gotten out. He escaped. I don't know how. The only thing we can think about that we think he might have done is because there's a big hatch, like the top of the cage opens up, and that one wasn't latched all the way. She must have gotten in there and just closed it and forgot to latch it. And so maybe he hopped out from that, but it's pretty heavy. It's like wire, I don't know. All I know is I could not get him back in the cage. He kept going underneath her bed, and every time I would get close to him, he'd go back under the bed. It took me about 45 minutes. I was getting so mad. My alarm goes off at 6. So at this point, I'm like, I might as well just stay awake. So I'm just sitting there on my phone, trying to ignore him, hoping he'll come out. And I keep looking under her bed, make sure he's not chewing up anything. But yeah, it's like a little Houdini. He just was having the time of his life. The good thing is she keeps her door closed, because the dogs, we don't want the dogs. Now we have introduced, not without being in the cage, but the dogs have gone up to the cage and they sniff him. So they know he's in there, but we haven't like taken him out of the cage and had him and the dogs be together. So I don't know what would actually happen. Well, I know what would happen, but the bunny would run away and the dogs would chase it. It would be really scary. I don't know what else would happen, but thank God her door was closed, so he didn't get into too much trouble. He did poop everywhere. There was piles of poop in her closet, and she's got a book box in there full of books, and he had chewed up some of the edges of the books and had like a ton of poop in there. Poop all over her room. He had chewed up a couple of little paper that she had in her room. Those like little like chew marks all the way around the edges. Oh my gosh, he got it. And so finally I got him in. And how I got him in was I left the room. I stood out in the hallway and kind of was like peeking around the corner, and he came out. And I like walked really slow, and he went to turn around to go back under the bed, and I grabbed him. So I was tired that day. I think I took a nap like when she went to school, like later on that afternoon. But yeah, so now, and I told her first thing in the morning what happened. She's like, what? He got out? I'm like, yes. So now I'm always paranoid. I'll hear thumping noises. Like just this morning, I heard thump, thump. And my husband's like, that's her room. And I'm like, oh my gosh, did he get out again? So we get paranoid that he's out. But no, he was in his cage. So I don't know if he's jumping or Bunnies just like thump or thud. I'm not sure what he's doing, but when I go in there, he's not doing anything, right? He just looks at me. But super, super sweet bunny. I mean, he doesn't bite. Lou wants to hold him, and he doesn't really like to be held, you know, very much. He just wants to play and run around her room. And she's like, when she's real scared and timid to hold him. She kind of hesitates when she goes down to grab him, and he sees her probably coming, so he kind of, you know, jumps away. And she's like, he doesn't like me. I'm like, no, it's not that, honey. He's just playing, you know, he's free. So we are getting used to little Oreo. I have a nickname for him already. I love nicknames, and they just kind of happen. His name is Oreo, but I call him Bun Bun. And then now my husband is referring to him as Bun Bun. So that's his little nickname. He's sweet. The fun thing is you can just lay on the ground, just lay on the floor. So I guess he doesn't feel threatened by you because you're not, you know, standing up over him. You just lay on the floor and he will come over to you and sniff you and jump over you. Now, Lou and I have seen videos where we've seen bunnies licking their owners on the cheeks, and we're like, what? They'll do that? And my husband's like, yeah, they will. I saw that too. So we've all been trying to figure out what this bunny can do. And so maybe one day he'll, you know, be more affectionate, but, you know, I think he's just trying to get used to us, and we're trying to figure out him. And yeah, so the bunny has been taking up a lot of, a lot of energy, time, thought, money, y'all. Oh gosh. My husband's like, I've already spent X amount on that bunny and I didn't even want it. And I'm like, I know. And then he'll see me cleaning it up and he'll be like, I thought Lou was gonna do it. And I'm like, I know, I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do it so I can show her how to do it. So there's just so many little trays and the potty training thing, and he's getting low on hay because our friends had given us everything we needed before we left. And so he's getting a little bit low on hay. So I need to find like a Tractor food supply place nearby and go buy hay, which that'll be a whole new thing. I've never done that before. So yep, that's our bunny. So what else is going on, y'all? Let's see. So the kids had off. They had a 4-day weekend because of President's Day. So and then the teachers added an in-service day on there so you could have a 4-day weekend. So the kids were off of school Friday and Monday. So I was glad when they went back yesterday. I was like, okay, it's been 4 days. See you later. So yeah, they went back yesterday, and let's see, what did we do over the weekend? I had written some notes. Friday, let's see, we just kind of bummed around on Friday and Saturday. On Sunday, Nate, my 15-year-old, who's getting ready to get his driver's license, he had another driving lesson with the school, with the instructor. It's his 4th one. He gets 7, which is part of the bundle that we bought. And he gets graded, and we got his grade yesterday, and he did really, really well. They said he's got a good attitude, and, you know, that goes far, you know, and that's what I told him. I said, even for your road test, you know, Ryan did the same thing. He can lay it on thick. I'm like, just say, yes, sir. You know, are you comfortable? Is the air okay? I mean, you just butter them up, you know, do whatever you got to do, but just be polite. That goes a long way. Say thank you, you know, and all those things. Be on your best behavior and use your manners. So the instructor seemed to like him, and he's super easygoing, y'all. He's my just middle child, super chill. I know I've talked about it before. He's just really, really chill. Poor Nate, though, did not go to school today. He's actually home. I hope I'm not bothering him by talking, because the craft room, we share a wall. His room is right on the other side of this. But I think he's pretty conked out. He's a heavy sleeper. Yesterday, he was complaining about having a sore throat and not feeling great. And so, and being congested. And this morning he woke up and he had a box of tissues, and he had tissues all over around his room. And I'm like, okay. And so I gave him some Mucinex. And I said, do you want to stay home? I said, you're not going to miss anything important, right? Because y'all, he's a freshman in high school. And, you know, you can get behind easy. And he's like, yeah, there's something in English, a paper that I have to write, but I can do it from home. And I'm like, okay. Because, you know, a lot of stuff is done online now. So Nate's home. Let's see. But Sunday he had his driving lesson. And then Lou's been sleeping in the guest room, right? So she wanted to have a sleepover with a friend over the weekend because it was a 4-day weekend, and all her friends just didn't, no one was available. So she's like, will you sleep with me? And y'all, we were in a bad habit whenever we were all sick with the funk. of me sleeping with her. And I slept with her for a long time, too long. And I needed to get back in my own bed. So I finally put a stop to it, and everything's been good. And I said, no, if we get back into this habit again, I'm going to be sleeping with you every night. I slept with her, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. 4 nights I slept in there. And I'm like, nope, no more. I'm not sleeping in here anymore. You got school tomorrow. So I need to stop, y'all. And I did. I slept in my own bed last night, which I'm having some issues. I'll tell you all about that in a second. My back, my gosh. So that was Sunday. So Sunday, I had my live, which if y'all already don't know and then you're new here, I go live every Sunday from 4 to 5 Central Standard Time. And Sunday was crazy. Now, one of my big pet peeves is being punctual, okay? I don't like it when people are late. And I always try to be on time, or if not early. And I always prepare for my lives, and I'm always sitting up here at least 30 minutes before the live, and I'm like ready to go, okay? I never cut it close where I'm like running around. Well, on Sunday morning, Lou was like, she really wanted to get her nails done. Her best friend had gotten her nails done, and she's like, I want to get mine done. And so we found some pictures online, and she wanted these flames. So we went to a place that does nail art, and it's in a different city. So it's about 25 minutes from here. So it was a drive, but it was like 2 o'clock. And I thought, okay, we'll have plenty of time. Oh, no. They were very, very busy. Plus trying to describe like what she wanted and how much was it going to cost, because it was, how they were going to do it. And it just took forever. They were super busy. I should have realized that. It was a Sunday. All I know is it was getting close. It was 3:30. And I told her, I told the nail technician, I'm like, are you almost done? I said, I don't want to rush you, but we have to leave by 4. Because I thought, if worst case scenario, and I told Lou, worst case scenario, I'll just do my live from the car driving home. But I didn't want to do that because I didn't think that was, 1, not the safest thing to do, right? 2, I wanted to be home and doing it from where my plan was originally, where I normally do it. So y'all, I didn't drive fast, but we got home, we pulled in the driveway at 4:01, and I thought, oh my gosh. So I ran up here, and my husband's out in the driveway, and I'm like, I got my live. So I like zoomed past him, came up here, was kind of frazzled. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I tried not to show the frazzleness, but I don't know if that's a word, but yeah, I was, I don't like to do that, so I'm sorry if I seemed a little out of it, but it was just, I was stressing and I was hungry. So I probably was a little hangry because I hadn't eaten, because I thought, oh, we'll do nails and then I'll eat and then I'll have my live. No, it's not how it worked out. So, but she's super happy. She loves her nails. She went to school with them yesterday, and she's like, Mom, all my friends want to get flames like these now. I'm like, okay. So she's happy, okay. Speaking of Lou, she lost a tooth over the weekend, and she's been losing teeth lately again. She took a long break from losing any, but now this is like the second one in a row. And the last tooth, about 2 weeks ago, I had mentioned, oh, the tooth fairy's coming. And she was like, Mom, because y'all, she's 9, right? And she's like, her best friend is a grade ahead of her. And she was like, my friend told me that it's really you, that there's no tooth fairy. And I just kind of looked at her, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how I could do that. I kind of was, I'm not ready for this yet. So when she lost this last tooth over the weekend, she asked me about it again. And y'all, I was like, you know what? She's almost 10. I don't want to see the baby stuff go, and I don't want her to, but it's going to happen, and I need to let her grow up. And I was like, okay. I said, you really want to know? She's like, yeah. I said, okay, I'm going to tell you how to do it and what the trick is, so then you know how to do it with your kids. And she was so excited. She looked at me and she was like, okay. So I told her, I said, what we do is we put the tooth in our pocket. Or no, I said, I put the money in my pocket. When I go to tuck you in and, say goodnight to you, I put the money in my pocket, and then you put your tooth under the pillow. And then when I go to kiss you and hug you goodnight, I'm reaching underneath the pillow, and I'm leaving the money, and I'm taking the tooth and putting it up, and you don't even know I'm doing it. She's like, what? She's like, no way. I'm like, yeah, you gotta be slick about it. You gotta be careful so you don't get caught. So y'all, my baby knows there's no tooth fairy. You know what I'm afraid of, right? What's coming next? Yeah. I know, but we're not there yet. So, you know, tooth fairy, I don't know. I think that's where it starts, but I knew it was coming. It's, you know, it's her age. I'm going to grab a sip of coffee real quick. Okay. So I wanted to finish talking about Sunday. So I have a guest, a very, very special guest this Sunday. And I hope y'all can make it because it's sure to be fun if she's going to be there. I am having Bev B. And I don't know if you know who Bev is, but Bev actually goes live on her own channel on Tuesday nights. And of course, she has a YouTube channel. She's amazing. I will link her in the description. And so please come on Sunday and check us out. She's never been a guest on my live. I haven't been going live by myself all that long. So I've been wanting to have her as a guest for a while. We are, you know, good friends outside of YouTube. So, you know, sometimes you think, oh, you need to have other people that you don't really know that well and get to know them better, which I've done. But I would love to have her on. She's so much fun and I just love her. So please come and check us out. And I felt so bad. I forgot to mention it on the live Sunday. I was so scattered, you know, that I meant to mention that she was going to be my guest for the following one. But now I've told y'all, so y'all know. So, you know, put it on your calendar, set your alarm. Yeah, it'll be fun. She's something else. But she might be on her best behavior. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But I just want her to be herself. So whatever you're going to do, Bev, you do. And I don't have anything planned for us. So I'll talk to her and maybe we'll do something fun. You never know. So we'll be surprised. And so, yeah, that's Sunday. And then, one more thing, y'all. There's lots of stuff to talk about what happened on Sunday. So I did I did a 2K giveaway. I gave away a pen. And I had announced it in a video, a pen unboxing video the weekend before. And so I said I would leave it open for a week, and I did. And then on my live this past Sunday, I announced the winner. And y'all, I have not heard back from that winner yet. So I will give her until this coming Sunday. I'll give her a week to respond back to me. My email's in the description, so you know she can get to me. She didn't have to be present to win. She just needs to contact me, and I haven't heard back from her. So if I don't hear back from her, I'm going to do a redraw. So if for some reason you haven't watched that video, you might want to watch it because you might have another opportunity to win and have more time. So go check out my past videos. And there's something in there, and they're beautiful pens. You get to choose one. I've got 2 to choose from, and I figure one for me, one for you, and we'll celebrate 2K. So yes, so stay tuned for maybe a redraw. And then, okay, so Monday, so sad. So over the weekend, we decided to clean out the garage, and y'all, so I don't think I've ever told y'all this. You may not know because my boys are older now, but both of my boys played baseball growing up. Baseball. We have been, I don't even know how many games. That's what they grew up playing, both of them, year round. They played spring, they played fall, they played it all. They did tournaments. I mean, you name it. It was a big deal in our household. Well, neither one of them played baseball anymore. My oldest, Ryan, is a junior in high school, and he is the manager of the high school baseball team for the varsity team. And so he is still part of the baseball community over there in the high school with all his buddies and everything. He just isn't a player, but so he doesn't need the equipment anymore, right? So we're going through the garage, and we're collecting all their baseball stuff to sell. It was so sad. So many memories of their baseball bags and their bats and their helmets with all the accolades on there, the little stickers that they get when they would have a good game. And y'all, was sad, really, really sad. So I started taking pictures and posting them, and I had this dad contact me and said, I'm interested in everything you have. I'm a coach. I coach different levels, and I have a baseball kid myself. Would you take XYZ for all of it? And I was like, okay. So, it went to a good home. It went to another set of kids, which is what I really wanted. I didn't care about the money part of it. It was just, hopefully some other little boy, could also enjoy, it's so sad, y'all. Yeah. Now I have all of their jerseys because I thought it'd be really cool one day to maybe make like a blanket for each of them when they're older. If I can figure out how to make a blanket. So maybe quilts, I don't know. But I thought it'd be fun to make like something out of all their old jerseys, because, you know, they would get one every season. So it was at least 2 a year. We have a lot. And so t-shirts, jerseys from all their baseball stuff. So yeah, but the good news is got rid of that. It's out of the house. The garage was looking so much better. Also, another sad thing that happened with some memories. So before I got my craft room, I was diamond painting and filming and everything in our bedroom. And I had a desk in there. Well, since we got the craft room, I didn't need the desk in our bedroom anymore. And I sold that. So that's gone. You know, so it was all these things that had these memories, you know, all the paintings I had done, all the filming, starting my YouTube channel. I mean, that was like, that's where I did everything. And it had a lot of meaning. And I sold that to a couple of, they look like college guys. They came to pick it up. They both carried it out. Just a little table, you know, a little desk. And so, you know, went off to another home. But yeah, I've been definitely busy selling stuff on Facebook. I use Facebook Marketplace, and they have like garage sale sites that you can use. And it's pretty good, but you have to, it's almost like a full-time job. There's people messaging you back and forth. Is this available? And then they want to try to talk about price. And then you have to answer questions, you know, about different things. And then of course they say they're coming and then they flake out and they don't come. So then you have to follow up with the last few people that said they were interested and tell them it's available again. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's a lot. But, you know, I could have donated all these things, but I was like, I'll try to see if I can find a new home for them and maybe make a couple dollars, you know, why not? So, you know, and I actually enjoy it. It's kind of fun. It's like there's an adrenaline rush whenever you get a message and you're like, oh, I might be selling this. And then one other thing we sold that was sad too, y'all. So Lou played a couple seasons of softball after growing up around the, you know, all the baseball games that she would go to for the boys. With like, wouldn't that be cool if she got into softball? So we bought a really nice pink bag. We had a bat, we had a glove, and we had a pink helmet. It was all pink. Well, she played for, like I said, a couple seasons and then realized it was kind of boring, just standing around. So she stopped playing, and that's when she started doing cheerleading. So we sold that to someone, a little girl. So that was good. That got picked up this morning. I put that on the porch for that person to pick up. And it's great. They can just, you know, Venmo you the money and you just leave it on your porch and they just come pick it up. You don't have to deal with anybody other than they have your address and they kind of know where you live. But outside of that, you know, you just hope, you know, I've never had any problems. I better knock on wood. But yeah, so it's, you know, it's a way to sell things. And I've bought things on there before. One of Lou's favorite things that was so worth the money, she wanted a Barbie dream house a couple years ago, and they're expensive. And I thought, let me check out, you know, and see if, you know, another little girl's grown out of Barbies and if there's a used one I can buy. Sure enough, I bought a used Barbie dream house, and it was actually the grandmother. It was her. She had bought it for her granddaughter to play with when she would come over, just like on the weekends or whatever. And so it was like gently, barely used. And the grandmother is saying, you know, she doesn't really play with it anymore. And we got a steal on that. And it was in great condition. And Lou has played with that for years. And it really came in handy during the funk, whenever we all had to stay home and be quarantined, because, you know, she would have that to play with. We would take it out in the driveway, and because we didn't want any kids coming in, and she couldn't go in anyone's house. So we put it out in the driveway and the kids would play with it outside in the garage. So that thing has been played with quite a bit. It really came in handy. Got played with more than I was expecting it to. So yeah, but some memories had to be, it's sad, you know, it's sad, but it's the way life goes. You know, you gotta, you know, the kids are growing up and things are changing, and, you know, the boys are both going to be driving. You know, Ryan's already driving, and, you know, Nate's going to be driving soon. So yeah, they're growing up. They are definitely growing up, y'all. All right, so what else happened? Oh, Monday. So Ryan, I was just talking about selling stuff, but poor Ryan, I went to wake him up for school Monday, and he's like, Mom, I have a headache. And I said, okay, well, let me go down and grab a couple Advil and a water, and I'll be right back. So I run downstairs, grab a couple Advil, get him a bottle of water, and I come up, and I put it on his desk next to his bed. I'm like, here you go. And I left. And I let him get dressed and everything. And so about 30 minutes later, I was walking by his room and I'm like, hey buddy, you up? He goes, yeah, I'm up. And he was up and he was like, zipping up his jacket. And then I come back into the craft room and Nate's hollering because he takes Nate to school every other day. And he's like, Mom, you need to take me to school. Ryan's sick. I'm like, what? What is going on? I'm confused. Poor Ryan was throwing up in the bathroom downstairs. He said he had the headache, and then he said when he stood up, he felt dizzy, and then thank God he made it to the bathroom. But he was downstairs trying to get ready to go to school. I mean, right before they were about to leave. So I'm glad it didn't happen at school because Nate already had gone through that, and that's not fun. So poor guy got sick in the bathroom, and I don't know if I've told you in the past, but to me that is like the worst thing ever. When someone throws up, I can't. I just can't. Well, that and giving blood. Just kill me. And so my husband's like, I'll take Nate to school. You take care of Ryan. I'm like, oh, no. Don't. And he knows how I feel about it. I'm like, no, don't leave me with this. I'll take Nate. He started laughing. He's like, no, you got it. He goes, I took care of it last time whenever the last one got sick. I was like, okay. So I was standing outside the bathroom door and I could hear him. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't. But that's your kid, and you're like, you'll do anything for them. I knocked on the door. I'm like, Rye, you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm okay. I was like, okay, I'm here if you need anything. And so he finally comes out of the bathroom. He washed his hands and flushed, or no, he didn't flush. He just had washed his hands. And he comes out and he looks at me and he's like, do you want to see? He goes, can I go ahead and flush? And I'm like, yes, please flush. Y'all, I think he was trying to prove to me that he had thrown up so he could stay home. Because I always say, hey, unless you've thrown up, have diarrhea or a fever, you need to go to school. So I think he was trying to prove to me. And I'm like, no, I know, I heard you. I don't need to see it. Just please, flush it. He was offering me to see it. I was like, I can't with this. I just can't. No, that is the last thing I want to see. Oh. But the good thing is it never happened again. I let him stay home, obviously. I got him a wet rag. I got him a wet washcloth, put it on his forehead. He didn't eat anything. He laid on the couch for the majority of the day. He finally ate something late afternoon. He had some lunch finally. And then by like 5 o'clock, he's asking to go out with a friend to go run some errands with his friend because he felt better. I was like, what? So he was fine. He ate dinner. See, y'all, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was just like a little, I don't know. But he's almost 17, y'all. So I'm not stupid. I know the kind of crap I used to do when I was a kid. So the first thing I said to him was, once he was done throwing up, I was like, did you drink something? Did you take something? I need to know what's going on. I want him and I to have an open and honest relationship, no matter what it is, And he goes, no, it's nothing like that. I didn't do anything like that. I'm like, okay, so I just, I need to know. Is it a hangover? I don't know. And I don't want to assume my kid's like an angel, because kids will be kids. And he's in high school, you never know. You just never know, y'all. So, yeah, so the last 2 days, I've had one of the boys home, and they have been sick. And then Lou was complaining about her belly hurting. I think she just was doing a sympathy, like, oh, I need to stay home too. And I'm like, nope, you're going to school, you're good. So, but her and I went to Target yesterday after I picked her up from school. Let me see what time it is. I don't want to go over, y'all. Okay. So yeah, I needed to go to the grocery store yesterday, but I did not want to go anywhere. I just did not feel like it because it was cold. It was starting to get cold yesterday. And so I'm like, I'll just pick her up and take her with me to Target, and I'll bribe her with like a Starbucks or something, because in our Target, they have a Starbucks. I just needed to get some like chicken or something for dinner and a couple other things. Oh, that's some good coffee. It's getting a little cold, but it's still good. Y'all, I'm really moving on this. I've done the dessert, and I'm single placing. I like to single place when I talk. It just makes it easier. So yeah, I picked her up and we went to Target and we grabbed, actually, I didn't even get a Starbucks. I realized I had not really had any water all day. So I just got like a bottle of water. She got a pink drink. It's like a strawberry drink. And we both kind of shared that. But yeah, she was good. She helped me get some groceries. And, but that's when Ryan had texted me. He's like, Mom, I'm gonna go out with my friend. I'm like, what? So I wasn't even home to see. I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm good. So we got home last night. I'm like, you didn't throw up in your friend's car, did you? He's like, no. So he's good. What else happened, y'all? Oh yeah, let me talk about my butt. My butt is I mentioned to y'all that my back's been hurting and I'm like injured. I don't know what's going on. So it flares up every once in a while, okay? It's been happening for a couple of years now. I don't know what it is. I haven't been to a doctor for it. I'm self-diagnosing myself, and what I think it is sciatica. It feels like a sciatic nerve problem. And what that is, if you're not familiar with it, you have a sciatic nerve that runs through your lower back into one of your butt cheeks. And it's just normally, it's pain just on one side. And that's what I experience all the time. It's like a little, shock, like a little lightning, like you've been, electrocuted. It's like, zzz, and it hurts when you try to sit down. And so it flares up every once in a while. My husband always says it's muscle tension. He goes, you just need to relax. You need to relax. I'm like, I'm trying and nothing's even bothering me. It just hurts. So it started hurting yesterday because I was on the floor with Lou for a while. We bought a little thing that we needed to put together at Target. And so a little toy. So I was down on the floor bending over for a while. And I think that flared it up. But this morning I started looking at symptoms to see if in fact that is, it is what I thought it was. And I looked it up and y'all, you know what it said? Here's some of the causes. Number 1 was age. I was like, great. Okay. Number 2 was weight. Okay. I had put on some weight. Number 3 was sitting for too long. I was like, check. Okay. Diamond painting, but that's not gonna, no, that's not gonna stop. And what was the 3rd, y'all? I basically checked every single box of what can cause this. I'm like, oh, crap. See, y'all, I have a pain in my ass and it really hurts. But I just keep loading up on ibuprofen. I just pop all the pills and then I can tell when they're starting to wear off. And everything I've read says there's nothing you can really do for it. Serious cases, yeah, you might need surgery, but it goes away on its own. And it's true, it does. It flares up and then it'll go away. And like I said, it's been happening for, a while. And also it happens like if you've been lifting something heavy. Oh gosh, I remember one time it was such a silly thing. We were getting ready to go on a trip and I was packing and I was trying on a pair of leggings to see if they still fit. And I was trying to pull I was being lazy. Instead of bending over and pulling the leggings, like the tight part on the ankle, pulling it off my leg, I was using my other leg to try to snap it off and pull it off. And I ended up hurting my back doing that. And I could not move. It's almost like it gets stuck is another way to describe it. You can't stand up, you can't sit down. Everything you do just it hurts. So yeah, but I'm not gonna, and of course if I complain anymore, my husband is gonna be like, it's because you're diamond painting too much. And I don't want him to tell me not to do that. So I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. I just I just grabbed some Advil this morning and now I'm feeling okay. But when I woke up this morning, I was like, oh man, it was so sore. So y'all let me know down below if anyone else has suffered or has had anything to do with the sciatic nerve or sciatica, or what else you think it could be. I don't know. I mean, I haven't iced it. I think I've tried that before and I don't know if it really helps. It didn't say to do that. And the little WebMD that I looked online, Dr. Google. But I don't know, y'all, it's hurting. And so right now, just talking about it and leaning over to reach over to this section, I can feel it. It's just it feels tight and it's just a shooting pain. So yeah, that's what's going on with my body right now. And of course it was funny because in the description talking about what can cause it, it was inactivity. If you exercise regularly, it will help. I'm like, I don't do any kind of exercising. I sit for long periods of time. I'm getting older. I've put on weight. So I'm like, I'm just gonna have this. I guess I just gotta deal with it. Unless I lose weight and start exercising, but it's winter. I don't really, because I like to walk. You know, I used to run, but I don't run anymore. And I'm not really much for gyms. So I prefer just to kind of be outside and take long walks. That's my preferred method of exercise because it doesn't really feel like exercising. Not to me. Because you're just walking, you know, brisk walk, of course, as fast as you can go, but you know, not too fast. But yeah, that seems pretty easy to me. And I'll listen to whipping chats or listen to videos on YouTube while I'm walking. So yeah. All right. So what else is coming up, y'all? That's what's been going on this past week. Let's look into the future. Future. I definitely have all my plans set for March. I've got, there will be an unboxing every week for Mermaids and Magic, and it will be Mermaids and Magic related unboxings. Super fun. Of course, I've got giveaways all set to give out. Randy and I got all those plans set. And then, of course, I got my weekly whipping chats. So, but I will be gone one of those weeks, but I'll have everything filmed beforehand. And then the Sunday that I'm supposed to go live, when I'll be at Disney, is Randy's Sunday. So Randy, forgot to mention that she goes live every other Sunday. So that's actually her Sunday to go live. So she'll be there. She goes on after me. She goes from 5 to 6 Central Standard Time. So y'all will have to check her out. She is my best buddy. We live only about 20 minutes away from each other. Her name is Randy, but she's also, you can call me Butter. And she's the one that we're doing this, this is her first event. So we've been wanting to do an event together for a long time. And I love mermaids, and she came up with the magic part. I'm like, perfect. So we're a good team. I've had a lot of videos coming out this week, more than usual. I just had a lot of stuff that I just didn't want to wait. I normally don't do videos every day, but here this last week, it seems like it's been almost every day. So there might be a little bit of a break. I say that. Y'all will see this on Thursday. I won't put anything out Friday, but I do have a video to put out Saturday. And then I'll see y'all on Sunday on the live. What else is going on, y'all? Yeah, just let me know how y'all are. Trying to think if I'm not really, what am I watching these days? I'm not really, no, I haven't really been watching any shows now that I'm thinking about it. I had lunch yesterday and I was sitting down, had a bowl of soup, chicken tortilla soup, so good. And I was looking through Netflix, seeing if there was anything good. And I started watching the first episode of it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it, but it's called Inventing Amy. And it's about a socialite who wasn't really a socialite. Amy, I forget, I think it was Amy. Yeah, Inventing Anna. I don't remember her last name, but she was a total like swindler, just, you know, stealing money from people. They all thought she was this high affluent, you know, socialite, and she wasn't. So I watched the first episode, not even the first one. I didn't even get through the whole thing because I had to go pick up Lou. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cheesy, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna like that. So let me know if you've watched it or if you are watching it and what you think of it. Or let me know if there's any other shows I need to go check out on Netflix. Or we don't have Hulu, so don't give me any Hulu shows. But give me Showtime, HBO, Netflix. I think that's it. Yeah, we just don't have Hulu. We have Disney Plus, you know, all those things. So yeah, y'all, I'm making some progress. It feels a little weird to be doing a March thing in February, but you know, I did a couple of Valentine's Day paintings in February. So I thought, you know what, let me just end February doing a March thing. And then, cause like I said, I'm not gonna be able to really have time to work on this. And I really I had a goal of doing one of these every month and displaying it. So I'm really trying to stick to that. So hopefully I can continue it. But so far, the only problem I've been having with these, I don't do a post review forum, so I'll just let y'all know, is there's really no trash. The only problem I've had is colors that are mixed in, the wrong colors. That's the only thing I've had to pick out so far. And that's what you see in this little bucket. It's just been the wrong colors in the wrong bag. But there hasn't been like trash per se. There's been nothing like, you know, tags or anything that's, you know, deformed or anything. So yeah. All right, y'all, what time are we at? I haven't even looked. Let's just see how good I am. 55 minutes, look at that. I always know when it's been about an hour. You just kind of get to that point where you're like, I think I've talked about an hour. Yeah, let me take a little sip of my coffee before I say bye to y'all. So I hope you had a good time. I hope you got some work done or got to wherever you were doing, you know, cleaning, whatever you were doing. I hope that I helped pass the time. And I always say this, y'all, but it's really true. These are my favorite videos to make. They're effortless for me. I don't do a lot of editing. They're easy. I get to talk to y'all for an hour and I get a lot off my chest. I feel better and I look forward to your comments after I post them. So, and I get some work done. It's just a great way. It's a win-win for everybody, I think. I love these. So, yeah, we got another whip and chat done. All right, y'all. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, anything you need from me, just, put it down in the comments. I will try to link everything that I can think of that I may have mentioned in the video. When I do rewatch it, I'll take notes and say, okay, I need to link this, I need to link that, whatever I had mentioned. So I do definitely do that so I won't forget. But if you need anything else from me, just let me know. All right. And I hope y'all have the great rest of your week. I hope to see you on Sunday. And I think that's going to be it. All right. So y'all take care and I love you and I'll see you in the next one. Okay. Bye guys.